Hi again, and welcome to another episode of Care for the Caregiver. I'm Deb James, the Wellness RN for you, and we are continuing our series on getting by with a little help from my friends. Um, Today, I'm going to talk about two of the physiological effects of not asking for help. And basically, when you don't ask for help, your stress is greatly increased. And so people say, well, I got stress. It's just something you can't get away from. Not true. Because it's not so much the having stress, it's how you respond to it. And if you are doing 18 things at once, I guarantee you're not responding in the best possible way. You're responding in a way that's affecting you mentally, emotionally, and physically. From a physical standpoint, when you have more stress, I'm sure most people have heard of the whole fight or flight syndrome thing. So that, it's part of your brain that, back in the day when you could be eaten by a saber-toothed tiger, that, okay, that fear came up, your body needed to adjust so that you could run like the wind. Nowadays, not so much with the saber-toothed tigers or mastodons or anything else chasing us. Occasionally it is, but we still have that instinct. It's still there. It's still in our, um, for lack of a better term, primitive brain. And so the chemical responses, the physiological responses don't change. So one of the things that happens is your body produces more cortisol. Why does it produce more cortisol? Because that's going to help keep you alert. And it's going to be the thing that makes you go, saber-tooth tiger, I'm out, and take off. It's a stress hormone, and it's released when you need that quick response to an emergency situation. It's also one of the things that happen when people are in situations and they're able to do things that they don't normally do. Somebody lifts a car up off of a friend because, you got all that adrenaline and cortisol going through your veins, and, you can do some amazing things with that. It's not necessarily a bad thing. The bad part is, excuse me, when you have that cortisol constantly being ramped up in your body. When you are continuously in a fight or flight mode, and it's not an actual situation. It's all up here, but your brain doesn't know the difference. Real, make-believe, whatever. Your brain doesn't know the difference, which is why placebos work to a certain extent. If you're convinced that you're taking the actual medicine, you're probably going to respond to it because your brain says, oh, okay, I'm getting medicine. Yay, I'm good. And, in research, the placebo effect has been viewed as a unwanted side effect. But in actuality now, people are actually researching the placebo effect because there is some benefit from it. But anyway, you have all this adrenaline, cortisol coursing through your veins, and essentially it just kind of wears out your system. You have these two little things on the top of your kidneys, and they're called adrenal glands. They are what produce the adrenaline, the cortisol that goes flowing through your system. Needless to say, your body doesn't need all that cortisol all the time. As a result, it's got to find a way to get rid of it. And the primary way that it gets rid of that cortisol is through your kidneys. So what does that mean? That means that your kidneys are in hyperdrive when you are constantly stressed and constantly on alert and continuously pumping those hormones through your system. And over time, it will affect kidney function. So, the kidneys do a good job of filtering out things in our body. However, there comes a point where your effectiveness versus input, it's screwed up. It doesn't work. You've got more chemicals, more hormones flooding and trying to push through your kidneys than what can be accommodated. And it will literally cause physical damage to your kidneys. So, if nothing else, that alone is a reason to not deal with stress unnecessarily. So, that's it for this time. I look forward to seeing you in the future. If you want to know more about me and the work I do, you can check out my website, www.angelictouchhealthandwellness.net. You can also check out my YouTube channel, Caring for the Caregiver. And, you go to my website. I've got some things on there that you can get some freebies. So I hope you are having a pleasant or as pleasant as possible a holiday season. It's a little difficult for me because, I lost my father earlier this year. So Thanksgiving was tough. Christmas has been tougher. But, I know he would want me to keep going, and I know he would need to enjoy things as much as possible. So I'll see you next time.